Hello and welcome back to our 30-day island series where we try to complete an entire island in 30 days using no Nintendo Online. And today is day number 20! Oh my gosh, we have hit 20 days of this challenge. And I'm going to be a little for real for you right now. So if you don't know how I usually do my 30-day island challenges, I pre-record a bunch before the start of the month. So I'm definitely not recording like every single day of August. So I've had some prepared like in, July, and then I record some of them in August. And the real thing that I'm saying right now is that I have not played in a couple days because I've been busy working on editing some of the videos and getting those updated. So I haven't actually, I feel like I have a hard time remembering kind of what we've done recently, or like what we have left is kind of like what I'm thinking. So in the last video, we built this little vineyard over here, and then over by the cows' houses, or bulls, whatever, we have T-Bone's house. He has a little wood chopping area, and then in between him and Angus's house, they have this little like storage kind of area. And then Angus is in charge of like the wood chopping sales, I guess, where you can like buy mulch or firewood and stuff like that. And I did make a nice branch and I put it right here. But it kind of looks just like a stick, which is a little sad. But that was done in the last video. And as I mentioned in the last video, I was going to do some things off screen as well. And that's pretty much just this little area up here. So I did make this cute little like tree sign, which I think is adorable. And then I did extend the tree chopping area over to this part of the cliff as well, because this was just like a weirdly shaped cliff right here and I wasn't sure what to do. So we put more of like the lumber yard kind of deal up here. And then the pathway is going to lead this way. Also, this guy reminded me of like a little leaf. So I felt like he was perfect for like the tree area because like he is part tree, I guess, if he's a leaf. So that made sense to me. And then I guess let's take a look at what else we've done just as like a little catch up for myself because I don't know, I can't remember. Which is so embarrassing because it's only been a handful of days. We have this little area leading over to resident services. And next to resident services, we have a cute little bike shop, very adorable. And apparently Kix is here today as well. Actually, does he have anything I want to buy? I don't even know if I have any money. Not really. Okay, well, thanks for being here, Kix. And then outside of resident services, we have this kind of like little roundabout. And on both sides, we have just like some farm filler. And then if you go down this direction, this leads you over to the pigs. So they have a little laundry area over here, and then they're both in charge of the mushroom farm, which I think is really adorable. Although we didn't get any of like the mushroom DIYs I wanted to use, I think it still works. And then they do have also like a little shop where, I don't know, they sell their fungus goods, their fungis to everyone. And then this leads over to our entrance, which was the first build we ever made. And we just have like a little wishing well and a little seating area. So maybe if you're like waiting for your friends to come to the island, you can just sit here. You have a friendly little gyroid to introduce you to the island. And this comes up to this direction. And over here, you can just get back over to resident services. Ignore my overgrown flowers. I have no patience for them. And then I don't know if I showed this on camera last time, but I did have the, what's it called? This thing, the destination signpost over here, but I felt like you couldn't really see it that well. I don't know. I felt like it was in a weird area and I felt like this was like a little bit more showing of like the directions you can go. So I actually put a mushroom table here. I don't have the mushroom table DIY, but I did get the white mushroom table from a balloon or from a villager. I don't remember which way I got it from, but I customized it into the green version. And then I just put it right there with a little butterfly. And I think that looks good right there. And then we do have Dina's house, which we have not done anything with. We have a little pond with a fishing area, and that leads over to Bill's house that has first a tomato farm, and then he's also in charge of like all the boat repairs on the island. So he has all of that. And then there's just like a small little walkway that leads over to a little chair, which RIP to me in that one video where I was going crazy not being able to find that chair. That's so embarrassing. Okay. Moving on. Back here we have Goose's house, which he has all of the wheat because don't chickens eat wheat? I don't know. I'm not a farmer. But he also lives right in front of the flower field where you can come and make all of your flower goodies, your headbands, your succulent can, I guess, any flower related item. I also have a flower petal basket here for you. So that is all cute. And then I'm pretty sure the rest of the island we have not done anything with. So we have basically 10 days to finish the island, and I'm trying to think of what area I want to work on today. So what we have left is I made something in Canva to show what we had left. So let me open that. So I just put a picture of the island that we have right now over into Canva, and then I colored in the pieces that we've worked on. So the areas we've worked on are these yellow areas. So all of this is filled in and decorated, including this area up here. And then all of the red area is the mainland that we have not decorated yet. Some of these are like weird little gaps, so that's not like too crazy. But we have where I think we're gonna have a farmer's market right here. And then we have the museum, which maybe I want to work on the museum today because I was thinking of doing like a coffee farm over here for the museum because that's where Brewster is. And then we have my house up here, which is going to be a gyroid farm. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this sliver. It might just be filler, honestly, because it's a very weird area and I'm not quite sure what we're going to do there. And then the campsite is obviously going to be like camping based because it's a campsite, so shocker. And then down here we have the shops. So we have Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters. For Able Sisters, I did want to do like a cotton farm, like maybe they grow their own organic cotton and that's what all their clothes are made out of. And then for Nook's Cranny, I don't know, I was kind of thinking of maybe like a construction area around Nook's Cranny. I don't have a lot of construction items. I have a lot of the, what do you want to call it? Like tractors, bulldozers, like those big automobile construction like items. And so we might do that there. I was also thinking of like a little gas station. I feel like I do that for every Nook's Cranny though. So I'm not quite sure about that. And then we do have this little neighborhood up here, and I want to give each of them their own individual little farm. So we have Timbra here, we have Hazel here, and then Tom here. I do still want to get rid of Tom for someone else. And then Dina, I'm not quite sure about. She lives right here, and she doesn't have a yard either yet. But I was thinking I wanted a frog here. But honestly, if Dina does not ask to move out, I probably will just keep Dina. But I thought it'd be cute to have a frog. I don't know. We'll probably keep Dina because it's a lot of work. But Tom, I do want to change out. I really want a horse. I really want a horse on this island. And I haven't found one yet. But hopefully we can get Tom to move out and we can have a horse here. Or, I don't care, another type of farm animal. I feel like a cat could fit, but I just feel like he looks like out of place in this lineup. And I know in one of the videos someone was like, I didn't think a squirrel was a farm animal. You know what? It's Hazel, so I'm gonna keep her. She fits every island because she's my favorite. Also, I feel like farms do have squirrels, so it fits. And then back here, I don't know what I'm gonna do back here. It's a very weird spot. I was thinking of like a gyroid band. Not sure how that would work out, but we might do, or like a rock garden. We could do a rock garden back there, or we could do a rock garden through this area, like back here. We could do a rock garden. And then the beaches we obviously have to do. I might just keep the beaches pretty simple with like a couple small areas, but I do want to like decorate the beaches, you know, but it might just be pretty simple. I think though I need to check Nook's Cranny to see what they have today, because maybe they have a construction item. Not really a construction item, but they do have a tool cart. I do own the tool cart, so I could buy it from Nook Shopping, but since it's here, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy that anyways. And then I've been on the desperate lookout for like the Daisy umbrella, and I found it on my Forever Island, but it won't show up here. I don't know why. I've had it in my Nook's Cranny on my Forever Island a bunch of times since I started this challenge, but obviously I can't go over there and buy it. So, and then yeah, I think we're good on wallpapers and floors if I remember correctly. We're also gonna have to do the interior of my house, so maybe when we do the episode of doing the gyroid farm, we can do my interior also, or that might be its own episode. I don't know yet. So I do think I want to also look at all of these gyroids. I put all of them over here, the ones I haven't used yet. And look at this insanity. They just keep popping up everywhere. There's so many of them. I don't know which ones I want to use for a farm yet. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. I did a gyroid farm on my last 30-day island challenge, and I really liked it. But I do want to make it obviously slightly a little bit different. I thought she was thinking, but she's studying a flower while standing in the flower. Okay, love to see it. Also, I don't think I mentioned the area back here, actually. Did I? I don't remember. That was 2 seconds ago, and I still don't remember. But I think we're going to do a farmer's market here. But before we do the farmer's market, I do want to unlock cooking. Which, you know what? We might as well do now. We have 10 days left. I need to start earning some cooking DIYs. So let's go ahead and download that. Oh, I also need to do all my dailies. Look at me. I took like a couple days off, and I completely forgot what I do during this challenge. But I think it's a Nook Mile item to unlock the cooking. Yeah, be a chef. And you get a couple already, which is good. Oh, and that means I can learn. I've had the sable cookie, the roost sable cookie from Brewster for like a couple days now, like a while. So we can actually finally learn that too. I feel like that was like 10 days ago or something. That was a crazy amount of time. And okay, I feel like while we're in here, we might as well check Nook Shopping as well. I have the app, but I'm already sitting in front of this, so. Anything fun? Not really. I should just decorate with a bunch of Mario items. Make a Mario area on the island. Okay, and then I'm gonna go find our DIYs and everything, and I guess we can probably get started after that. Okay, let us see. So this is the area we're working with, and I think I want to fill in this whole area, so including this little chunk over here, and then all of the area in front. Basically this whole like chunk of land that the lovely museum is on. So we will probably have to move our bug habitats to somewhere else. I also have a bunch of tiny little fossils, which at this point I feel like I'm not going to use them. I feel like the only ones I might use are the amber, which I know I have I think I have 2 of. Yeah, amber. So I probably will keep both of these 2. And then the rest of them, I think I'm just going to sell real quick because I don't think we're going to use them. I want to keep the amber in case we do like a bee apiary area. Although I don't have the DIY for the beehive thing, but I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that I'll eventually find it. Okay, so I started thinking about what I want to do over here. And I think I want to make it a coffee / plant kind of shop / farm area. So I do have a bunch of other like plant items because we have the cacao plant and the actual coffee plant that you would make with like you would use for coffee. But I also have things like the moss ball, the yucca. I have a bunch of things. Bamboo grass. I also have like the greenhouse boxes, like these little things. I think I also have the flower display case somewhere in here. Yeah, this guy. So I'm thinking of making like the museum kind of like a florist farm, flower farm, plant farm ordeal. And I also had a pine tree, which I think I've only used this tree ever like once in the entire game. But I think it looks really cool behind the museum right there. I want to see if I could put another one over here or if that will hit the rock. I think that actually will be fine. Yeah, so I want to order another one of those so I can have one on either side. And then I think I saw this inspiration picture. Actually, let me share it with you. So it's this one that I found on Pinterest. And I kind of like that there's a farm on like either side. And then it looks like a little bit, I don't know, you can't see my cursor, but it looks like there's like a tiny little walkway like in between these trees right here. So I kind of want it to make it feel like a little overgrown as well. So having a farm on both sides. So we would have like one over here and one over here, but also a lot of like planted trees. So you kind of have to like walk through kind of like a jungly feeling, but not really a jungle, you know what I mean? So let's grab out our construction, because I do have those little planks that we can use as well. I also have a torii that I kind of wanted to use over here because it seems like kind of a cool item. And I'm pretty sure this is like there's a center, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. So if we put down like a little block of the wood pathing like right here, I think I can put the torii on top of that, which will like frame what is this place? The museum nicely. And the torii I have, I feel like will match. Oh, I can't place it that close to the museum, right? I hate the spacing in this game. Oh, okay, so I can push it there. That's not too bad. I mean, that looks kind of cool in front of it, and it adds like a little something else. I feel like maybe we should have another row of this like wooden pathway then right here. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do here, and I made some more of the Turkey Day standees and I customized them to be the gray version because I felt like that went more with the torii kind of thing. But I'm trying to decide which placement I like, and I think I like this side a little bit more. I don't know, it's so hard. It's just so weird because this one is on a half tile. So like there's this like weird little gap right here, and then also I couldn't plant anything. Well, I can't do it in camera mode anyways, but like see, like that's as close as I can get to it, which isn't horrible, but I think I like this side more. But I was also thinking we could do silos back here because I have 2 silos and I did customize them to be the green version, so we could put these here as well. I feel like it's an interesting vibe with the torii though. Like they kind of have different vibes, you know? Like one is very fancy and the other one is rural. So something like this, and then you can just like walk down this direction. I don't think those are even, but they're not. It's forever spot anyways, but something like that. And then again, like more trees and stuff. I feel like that might actually be a little bit better than using the torii. Also having like a big tree like right here. Like I kind of want to do a hardwood tree though. Let me see if I can find one. All right, so I might have gotten a little carried away with setting up this area. So I believe I showed you I added this pathway right here. I can't even remember. Did I show this to you or did I say I was going to do it? I don't know. But I added this little plank pathing that goes all the way up to the museum. I added both the silos, which I'm pretty sure you saw. And then I put a big tree on both sides and then a little baby hardwoods in the front, and now we have a balloon. Watch it be something super helpful for this build. Football pants. Okay, not helpful for this build, but what I went ahead and did, and I might change one thing, I'm not sure. I might just be like overthinking it. But I decided to make this like not only a coffee farm, but just like a plant farm in general, because I have so many of these dang potted plants. So I put the cacao plant up here and the yucca one up here. I also have a cypress plant, which is right here. But I think I do like the yucca more. I feel like it's just like a little bit more visually interesting. So I have those up here. I try to group the trees and like the smaller plants together. So we have 2 of the larger trees over here. And then we have, these are like somewhat like shorter plants, which I kind of liked because I do have a little pathway right here that leads up to the incline. So I don't want to block it completely. I want you to be able to see that you can get through there. So we have the coffee plant, the fan palm, and the monstera. And then down here, I'm telling you, I've gotten so many moss balls during this challenge. I even have 1 left over, which is kind of crazy. And then I did have a catgrass little plant, so I put that guy over here. Very cute. And then I do have anthuriums. I'm not sure if I want to keep the anthuriums different colors, or I think I might want to change this one to red. which would be, you know, perfectly fine just because we don't have pink on the island. And then I had cactus. So I had cactus. I have the little mini potted cactus plants. I don't remember what it's called. And then I put the little planks in between these areas so you could walk through, which I think is very cute. And I did use these custom designs that I made with the little planter boxes. And then I do plan on adding some like farming equipment, some plant taking care of items like in between the little rows just so they're not empty. And like every once in a while I might add like a little weed right here, just make it feel a little bit more natural and filled in. And then I was trying to like kind of hide this incline over here, so I stole one of the storefronts that was with Goose's build and put it here, and I think I do like that. I don't know if I want to use the red. I mean, the red kind of like goes with the color of the silo, so I might do a red one. But what is gonna happen now is I have to time travel a bunch and keep ordering stuff because I need to buy more of all of these plants. So I think the first one I'm gonna do, let's see. Let's grab, I need 2 anthurium plants because I'm gonna do the red version. So let's buy this one and this one. I can buy 5 items a day. And then I need 2 more cat grasses. So we can buy that as well. Cat. I forgot I had that. Okay, so we need to buy 2 of those. And then one other thing I think I want to buy today, which isn't actually in the build yet, but it's the Casablanca lilies. We use those over in the vineyard, and I remembered that I like had this item saved. So I think I'm gonna buy this one, and then I might want to get it customized, but I think it'll be cute for like the little plant shop area. So that is good. And then yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep time traveling in order to get all of these items because it's going to take me a couple days to buy all of the plants because I need to buy the coffee plants, the fan palm, the monstera, the cacao, and the yucca and the cactus. So a couple days of time traveling, and then over here I was thinking of actually doing like a plant truck. So I have this design, which is currently set up as like a salad truck, but I think I could probably change it a little bit to look like a plant shop. I don't know if I want to change the color of the banner and stuff. I think the banner is actually kind of a cute color. So I'm thinking maybe I can just do like a little potted plant would be kind of cute, right? So let me see if I can make that real quick. So I think this will work. I'm trying to see if I want to extend this a little higher like this. Oh yeah, because then it looks kind of like a little tulip. Okay, so we have this little plant right here. I thought the little green bits like hanging down right here were kind of cute too. So I added those in, and then we just have like a cute little tulip plant that you can buy here, which I think is really cool. I think I am going to leave the yellow and the green for now. I'm pretty sure our truck is blue. So I might customize the truck to either be green or yellow just so it kind of matches with the, what is this called? This design, so it matches the design and the truck like looks the same. But I think this turned out really cute. I like the little tulip. I think it's adorable. And I made a little pot, as you can see. So you know what? I think it's good. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and time travel and get a bunch of stuff and probably go to Harv's and customize a couple things. So I will see y'all shortly when I've done all of that lovely stuff. Oh, look what we found. The petal parasol. Give it to me. Yes. I've been looking for this thing ever since Nook's Cranny opened. And I finally found it. Okay, I'm gonna buy 2 because we might be able to decorate with one. It's so cute. I almost walked out of the store today too because I didn't see any like actual items I wanted. But no, I checked and we have that. Let's go. After a bunch of time traveling, I am back. Also, I just noticed that Red is here today. Should we actually go stop by him? I think I left a ladder over here. Yeah, okay. Let's go see what he has in store. Maybe it'll be something super helpful for this area. I really doubt it, but you know, we can stay as positive as possible. I'm still upset that I can't use a stupid ladder right here, like a ladder setup kit. Like that seems like a buffoonery choice from Nintendo. It looks like nothing that's really gonna help us. Yeah, nothing really catching my eye, unless we want this guy to be like a worker because he has the shovel, which means he is the fake version, but I don't think we're gonna use him. Anyways, over here we have all of our beautiful little plants set up now, so everyone has a full row. And I think it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Some of these I tried to turn different ways so they looked a little bit different. I felt like some of them looked weird when I did that, like the cactus. It just felt like disorganized, you know, but things like these plants, I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural. So I went ahead and did that. But I do have a bunch of stuff in my pockets. When I say a bunch, that's kind of a overestimation, because it's not too much stuff, but I want to put it in between some of these things so it looks like a little bit more filled in, you know what I mean? So I have things like a hand cart, buckets, yada yada. So I think we can put some of these down maybe. I'm thinking right here maybe a hand cart, although I do have a wooden box. I also have two different types of wooden boxes. I made one white and one brown because I felt like this area is very brown. So I felt like, oh, but you know what, that looks weird here because of these white buckets, like these white pots. So maybe we can use that one in a different area. But I do have a brown one, yeah. And then I do have the little elephant watering can, so maybe we can put that here as like a little bit of a taller. I feel like maybe it needs to be like a little bit taller. I have a tin bucket maybe we could use here, like there, because that makes it a little bit taller right there, which is kind of nice because these plants are very small, you know? So I think that's kind of cute. Also, I probably should get that balloon. Like, I'm just like lazy to the point where I don't want to get the balloons anymore. But I probably should, because what if it's an amazing item? Okay, well maybe I can't get this balloon. Also, I had an extra bamboo bench. I think like it's like from the very entrance of this island. I tried to use a bamboo bench and it didn't work. But I think it looks kind of cute here. We can put something here. I don't know what yet, but something. And then I feel like right here, I really want to put the garden gnome. He's so funny. Maybe on a half tile, like right there. A little half tile guy. Like he's working. Oh wait, maybe we can turn him this way so it looks like he's working on the plants. Yeah, he kind of looks like he's working on the plants. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of like kidcore-ish, but I think it's kind of cute. Okay, I also have a hose reel, a wooden bucket. I do have that customized cushion. Maybe I can put that over here. I'm pretty sure this cushion you can't put anything on top of, which is kind of stupid. If I'm gonna be for real. Like, I don't think, yeah. Because I know like the Zen cushions and stuff, you can put stuff on top of, which is kind of nice. But this one, you can't really do much with it. You can put it on top of other things, so maybe we can do that. Like if we put maybe the white wooden box back here, like right there, and then we put the cushion on top. That's kind of nice, maybe. Also adds a little bit of lightness over there, although we do have the white catnip things. But you know, I'm literally not gonna worry about it at this point. I also have a hose reel. Maybe we can add that to like back here. Oh, but I was thinking of doing the garden faucet right here. Yeah, like that. And then I do have a wooden bucket that I was gonna put in front of it. Like that. Like that. Although I kind of wanted to have the bucket on a half tile because it like makes it a little bit more visually interesting. So maybe let's put the hose reel here. I don't know why I said that so weird. Oh, I also have a hand cart. Oh yeah, and a bamboo basket. What if I put that here? That's actually, I kind of want to put it on the other side of these plants over here. Like right here. I can't find anything in my pockets anymore. Bamboo basket. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And then maybe here I can do the shovel. I recustomized this one. I went to Nook's Cranny today to buy a shovel, but it was the outdoorsy one, and not gonna lie, they don't have a lot of cute customizations. So I think I'll just end up using that one, using it. So that's kind of cute there. Yes, yes. And then maybe we can do the garden faucet right here. I wish the garden faucet came in cuter colors, but it really doesn't, unfortunately. So we're kind of stuck with that. And then wooden bucket, where are you? Right there. We can just pull you over a tad bit. Cute. And I'm feeling a weed right here. Feeling a weed. Yes, yes. Did I make a stool? I thought I made a wooden stool. Oh, I have the hand cart. Is the hand cart... I can't remember if it's blue or yellow. It's blue. I mean, it kind of looks cute right there. I think I'm going to leave it there, actually. That's kind of cute. And then I feel like I want to put a weed here. Beautiful. A weed here. I don't like that it's the same weed as the one kind of close to it. And then a weed here. It's my new hit song, A Weed Here. I thought I had a wooden stool. Did I drop that somewhere? I did drop a bunch of things over here that I was going to use over in this area. Maybe I just didn't make one? Hello, hello. Beautiful wooden stool. I guess I didn't. Maybe I just planned to and I never made one. Let me see. I think it's just normal wood, right? I have some over here. A wooden stool. Gotta make a wooden stool. Where are you? Wooden stool. Oh, did I make a log stool? No. I feel like I'm going crazy. Okay, whatever. And then I am going to customize this one brown. Hello? All right, lovely. And then I want to put the... I didn't put the watering can down, right? No, okay. I guess I can put that here. Wooden stool. Beautiful, beautiful. And I don't know though, this is yellow. Is it going to look weird with the yellow ones over there? I don't think so. Maybe we can do like a yellow flower like over here. Like literally, let me grab a yellow Cosmo. Boom, bada bing. And we can put that baby right here. Yeah. And then when you're in this view, you can kind of see the yellow things over there and right there. Harmony. So I think this is pretty good. I might add a couple more like weeds and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to go too weed heavy. I also don't want Isabel to be like, your island is too cluttered. You know what, Isabel? You know what, Isabel? Mind your business. It's not your island. It's my island. Anyways, what am I even talking about? Oh, I need to customize the truck that I got. And I did go to Harv's and customize it. I should have just customized it while I was there. I didn't even think about that. But I got it to be the yellow. I think I did the yellow version. Yeah. So it would match our little thing that we made. No, that's a salad. This is the plant one. That is a huge tulip plant. Okay, beautiful. And then I need to pick up the stuff over there. And then I'm going to lie down some of the... brick path that I have just in like a giant kind of blob, and then we can start working on where we want to put the actual truck. And I have a bunch of like the garden stuff. I also kind of want to make another garden wagon, although it takes a lot of flowers, but that's okay. I think this is like the general layout that I want to go with. I do want to put like maybe some more trees back there to add some height behind this. I do also really like that tree up there, which is just an old money tree. So I don't know, that might stay there. But I do have a bunch of small little like flower items or like plant items. And I do want to use a little bag of beautiful little flowers because it's so cute. But what are some other small things that we have? Oh yeah, the Casablanca lilies. We can place that there. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm pretty sure you can also place stuff up here. So let's do... Oh, I never placed the hose reel down. Okay, we can do a moss ball. Yes. And... Oh, the biotop planter. I have the bamboo sphere. Those are kind of just like small little guys, but I think they're kind of cute up there. And then I was thinking of adding a barrel over here as well, like maybe on this spot or somewhere down here. I think I also have the tulip surprise box. I'm pretty sure I just saw that. Oh, I have a spooky lantern set too. Oh, the terrarium. I made that for this area. Okay. Where is the tulip? Oh, tulip. There you are. I'm pretty sure it's the red one. Yeah. Is that cute right there? I think that's kind of cute right there. It looks like a giant flower. And then we do have the pumpkin. That's this one, right? Yeah. Scoot that over. And then we can put the terrarium right there. Oh yeah, that's kind of cute right there, I think. Add some more color. Oh, I had vases to put here too. Maybe we can put some of those over here. So I have the porcelain vase, which I'm pretty sure is the taller of the items. Okay, not what I wanted to do with that. Thank you. I want you to go next to this table. Okay. Sometimes, Nintendo, you make me angry. Yeah. Okay. Put that guy there. Cute. And then I do have the pot and the small vase. Maybe the small vase there, and then the pot up here. Oh, I have the floating biotop planter. I know I just said that, but I completely forgot about it already. I think that's cute. Okay, and then I do have the pot still. I have some like random items. I think that's pretty good though. Anywhere over here I can put the hose reel? I guess I could put it over here. I'm not gonna keep the mailbox there, obviously. Just like right there. Sure. Oh, and there's another yellow thing. Nice. Spreading out the yellow. But I do want to make sure you can come down here. So let's add some of the planky guys on the ground. Gotta let them know that you can come down here. I think that's pretty good. I don't think I need to put the path going all the way across. But just so that you know that you can come over here. That is pretty good, I think. I did have a bamboo partition I was gonna put back here, but I don't know if that will actually do anything because the truck is kind of big. I did just craft that though. I mean, you can see it a little bit right there. Oh my gosh, also look, you can see the little, I put the gnome back there and you can see him right through that crack. That's kind of funny actually. I think this is pretty good. I did have a tree in my pocket that I was going to plant over here. I actually did plant it and then I was like, do I like that? Because it was on the taller side. But I feel like it's nice to like, I don't know, tuck this area in a little bit so it feels like it was just like added to like a space that we already had, you know, kind of. Nursery tree. Let me out. Yeah, I think that's cute. I think that's pretty good. And then probably just some bigger trees back here. Also need to turn this so you can get down that way. So you know you can go this direction. You kind of have to scooch through there, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I kind of want to put a tree here, but I feel like it's gonna block that this little guy. Yeah, I think now I'm just gonna go around, add some filler to everything, like some shrubs, maybe more trees. I do have to fill in these areas back here as well. I did also order another pine tree, so we do have one on both sides now. So that's good. And then really, yeah, just like a bunch of filler over here because you're not going to really like walk around here, you know? So some stuff like that, I'm going to do that real quick and I will, I say real quick, but it's probably going to take me a while. But I'll show you what we come up with in a little bit. Well, hello there. And I'd like to introduce you to our finished museum area. This build has taken me a long time. Okay. So we have our little plant shop over here. Very cute. You can buy all your flower and plant goodies. Perfect. And then of course we have the tree and plant farms. So we have 4 separate little farms and they all have a bunch of different plants. We have just a small little fake building right here with a gnome. What should we call him? Fernando. Yep, this is Fernando. He is the taker-carer. Oh, I just noticed those 2 yellow tulips are in the same frame, but I'm just gonna keep walking. But yeah, that's Fernando. He is magical and he takes care of all these plants. And I will not be answering any other questions. We have little planks that you can like walk around in to get everywhere. You can get to the museum, so it's fully accessible. All of the area back here is nice and filled in, beautiful. I also like blocked it off so you can't really, you can get through here a little bit. So I guess I didn't block that area off too well. But this side is blocked off. And then you can see behind the museum, we do have those 2 pine trees. Ooh, that's a cute little frame right there with all the flowers and everything. Although, again, if, I don't know, you probably heard me say this 10 million gazillion times during this, but the bushes will not be in bloom for this challenge, for the DA, I mean. So the are these plumerias? The plumerias and the hydrangeas will not actually have blossoms on them, so just ignore the like pops of blue and like tropical flower that you see there. But this area is pretty much all complete, which is pretty crazy. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do behind the museum yet, if I'm just gonna put like trees back there. I did just block it off with a bush so you can't get through here, but you can kind of see it's empty back there. So I might add just like some big trees just to fill that area in, like full grown cedars and stuff. But yeah, I think this area is really cute, and I like that we had like a transition of ideas, you know. At first we were gonna do like an apple and fruit tree orchard, and then I was gonna do like a little exhibit of like tiny fossils, and then I was gonna do a coffee farm, and then it just transformed into like a full, like, I don't know, plant farm, I guess, plant and tree farm. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. And with that, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I feel like it was kind of a long one. I don't know. This was a really big area, so I'm kind of happy that we got it all done and finished today. But I will see all of you lovely people in the next episode. So when that is ready, it will be somewhere on the screen for you. And with that, goodbye!